With this. Good gravy. Check, check. They can hear me. Can they hear you guys?
No.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Cool. Working now to post on the socials.
Did you do it before?
No, because I was too busy fixing the audio and getting your coffee.
What about before that?
I'm sorry. It's still funny.
No, you post that we're gonna do. I did post that we were gonna do this, but we gotta post that we're live now. But Nick, I think you're just trying to delay the inevitable, because I know we were supposed to do an Owl House spoiler cast, but the funniest thing I've heard Nick tell me he's made in like a while just dropped. Nick, do you want to tell them what you made, or do you want me to tell them what you made?
You can tell.
I will tell them. Nick created a tier list with who has the best teeth and mouth in Better Call Saul.
No, not mouth. No, not mouth.
Just teeth. We're
You
just
stuck that in there. I know that shit. You're trying to reverse engineer
a narrative.
my innovation.
We're creating a narrative already.
Recontextualization. That's derogatory.
Okay, I'm sorry. Best teeth.
Just teeth, not mouth.
Best
No
teeth. Okay, best teeth in
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Oh, Breaking Bad. I thought it was Better Call Saul.
No, just Breaking Bad.
Okay, Breaking Bad.
And
Nick, would you like to tell us what that tier list is? Because you cannot upload it. Why, Nick?
wait, what? What could you?
Because Discord deemed it explicit.
Now,
yeah.
Now we all had a good chuckle about that. I won't lie. Just to know.
Anyway,
I thought you were gonna follow that up with something. Yeah, we did. We laughed. And then...
we laughed. We chuckled. We sing.
A good laugh was had by all, and we all knew that the internet knew that this was perverted in some way. This was not God's plan.
This is. You know how that thing of like you want to be as supportive and say the right thing, right?
Sure.
When a friend of yours comes out to you specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I think when it comes to fetish stuff like this sick, twisted tier list, I think we have to bring back social
shaming.
Public shaming.
You know what, Chris, with the really bold takes. You know what? We don't shame enough people. Why aren't we shaming more people?
Why are we? Listen, hey, you know what, man? I think shaming's a powerful tool.
It
is
public
shaming, and I think you can get people to not do stuff if like that's the threat.
Yes, let's say this. I have seen people in public spaces recently get to do some well-earned shaming of people who said some like wild stuff in public spaces, and that's great. I'm glad that those folks, you go through the steps of, okay, now explain what it is that you said. Okay, now let me explain why that's really weird and upsetting. This, however, I think is in a borderland. I'm eager to hear where Gustavo Fring sits.
We're obviously. There's no way that I'm obviously overblowing this. There's no way the tier list you're about to tell me, Nick, matches what my thoughts are.
Do you already have an idea of who has the best teeth in Breaking Bad?
Oh, do we want to guess? Oh, okay. Hang on. That'd be
okay. So tier list. I have S.
Okay.
Through D. So
S through D.
Yeah.
No one's an F.
There's no F.
Was F like they don't have teeth?
I think it's I put not enough info because you don't see them like.
Oh.
It's all the side characters like you see for like a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna definitely say I'm gonna make an S call. I'm gonna make a D call. My S call is definitely Gustavo. My D call, I'm gonna say, is Hank. He's older and he's gotten hit a bunch. His teeth are probably not great.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I was also gonna say Gustavo for S, but let me throw a curveball here.
Okay.
Bill Burr has a really good smile.
Yes, he
Like
does.
that they use a lot to promote his stuff, and he's in this. So I'm gonna go with Bill Burr is up there.
Oh, good pick. Okay, good pick. Good pick.
For F, for D,
For D.
No,
It's gotta
people
be
like Jesse Pinkman too much.
gotta be the neo Nazis.
Yeah, probably right.
They probably got meth mouth.
The Nazis
right?
that show up in the last season or two.
Oh shoot, Jesse's like party buddies. They probably all have like meth mouth at this point.
Yeah.
They probably have pretty bad teeth. Okay.
That's who our guess is, Nick. So would you like? We're gonna
please
get to
educate us.
Owl House eventually, but like, you want you want to?
I was really invested in his list. I really wanted to hear.
Me
about
too.
it.
I'm like in this now. You're like,
Okay, so best teeth. It
Yeah.
was a 3-way tie.
Okay.
Do you want to start top or bottom? Do you want to
bottom.
go from worst to bottom?
Oh, you want to go bottom up? Okay. Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
So from D tier, worst teeth.
Worst teeth.
Jesse's first girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember.
The heroine.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's there. Salamanca. Wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
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 Again,
And
like sick or addict.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tuco's there in the bottom.
Really? Oh, I didn't even think of that.
He has
Yeah,
girls. He's rubbing his teeth on meth, like, and cocaine.
Ah.
That's true. That's true.
Do you have images in this tier list that you
Yeah.
can't upload?
Oh, of course.
No, I DM'd it.
But we cannot share these images.
Just check
because
your
it's too
DMs.
explicit.
It's too explicit.
Yeah. But yeah, then then you're right. The neo Nazis are at the bottom.
Nice.
The
Okay.
ones that I didn't have enough info or I couldn't really tell was Francesca, Saul Goodman's assistant.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And then anybody from the DEA, any of the other people.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you went for it. You went for it.
This is thorough. This is thoughtful.
You went for it. Here's the background characters. People that just work in the office.
Gus Fring's hitman, the second in command, the dude in the blue.
Okay.
The blue suede.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple others. There's the prostitute that does the mouthwash. She was
yes.
talking me D.
Oh,
but
yeah.
because of the mouthwash. But that's all she does.
Yep.
The only reason she uses the mouthwash is after said transaction. So
Sure.
Can I put in info, not enough info, too hard to tell. The former car wash manager with the giant eyebrows.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was not enough info.
Okay. Wait a minute. What about the lawyer that had an affair with Walter's wife? Is he on the list?
He is ranked. He is ranked. We'll get
He
there.
is ranked. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're at D and a C in that they're probably averaging, like, they're not great, but they're not terrible teeth.
Okay.
Skylar.
Okay.
Because of all the smoking.
okay.
Yeah,
I expect you're higher on the thing.
Right next to that is Todd. Because
The guy.
his whole thing is like he's completely average in every way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for one thing, and that he's really, really keen to kill
Mm-hmm.
everyone in the show.
Yes.
So then we have Badger,
Okay. Badger.
Okay.
and then I think the last one was the other friend, Skinny Pete.
Skinny Pete. Okay. Skinny Pete and Badger. Same
Yeah.
tier. Makes sense. They do everything together.
That's the C rank.
Okay.
Yeah.
B.
And then for B tier, who has better teeth, B for better.
I was, you know what? One of my questions was going to be, what does each letter stand for in your mind?
Yeah.
C barely passing. B better than barely.
C could be better. The
Yeah.
B is better.
Better than a C.
Better than C.
And then for B tier, we have Huel, famous comedian Lavelle Crawford.
Oh
Oh,
God,
Babino,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And then we have
I keep you know what I keep putting his name as? I keep putting his name as Earthquake from
okay.
It's Always Sunny,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because
Okay.
that's his comedian name and It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's great. Better Call Saul, he looks great.
Okay. Okay.
And B, we have Walt Jr.
Okay.
Walter White Jr.
Okay.
played by RJ.
Okay.
Mitt. I put him in B and better because obviously, like he's just regular life in high school, so he's more than keeping up.
Yeah.
And I put in B because obviously when you're a teenager, you're lots of sugar anyway, and
Yeah.
cereal, everything, right?
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
probably yeah.
Then right next to that we got Marie.
Aunt Marie.
Yeah, Marie's
Yeah,
wife, Hank's wife.
Yeah.
And then right next to that we have Andrea,
don't
That's
the second girlfriend.
yeah.
Oh.
Is that Jessica Jones?
Emily Ross.
think-
Emily
Oh.
Rios.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No. Jessica Jones was the first girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then we have Hank's partner in B tier.
Okay.
Gustav. Was it Gomez? Agent Gomez.
I thought you were
Agent
gonna be like
Gomez from the
Gustavo's
DEA.
a B. That's crazy.
That would be
Yeah.
wild to me.
And then Ian, to your predicament,
Mm-hmm.
we have Skylar's love affair
Oh.
Oh, okay.
in here.
Okay.
He is supposed to
Ted?
look like a Ken doll
Yes.
type deal. White
Ted.
blonde, slight tan from being out on the golf course.
Yep. This
And then
guy, he's the catalog idea of what.
Yeah, he's in the Sears catalog.
He's in the Sears catalog.
Yeah.
I've heard. Not that
Yeah.
I've seen it.
And then we have Combo,
Oh.
Jesse's friend.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, combo. Okay.
Wow, you're bringing back memories because like I haven't watched Breaking Bad since it finished.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then to finalize this tier for B for Bill Burr.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. So my wild card pick was not.
So
Dang.
I was gonna go S initially for Bill,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but the thing is, they are hitmen. There is no time. They're always on the clock.
I just realized something. You're basing you're rating this. This took me way too long to realize, by the way. You're rating this based on what their character, what their
Not the
teeth would be.
actor. This
Not
is what
who
the
their
characters
actual
do.
teeth, what their actual
Yeah.
teeth look like.
Yeah, this is Breaking Bad, Chris. Like,
No, I
don't
know,
them.
I know. I just thought you had pictures of their like
It's
teeth.
entirely
Like,
different. How would I
and
get?
you were like, it's like a dentist office. You like. Look
I'm
at
glad that you know what, Chris. I'm
Jesus.
glad that you and I both had the assumption that Nick definitely has the ability to get access to these people's teeth. I have no question. I have no follow-ups to that. I have no doubt that he could and would do.
Yeah, this is a fetish thing. All teeth and molars, all gums.
I keep getting in and out of focus because I'm laughing and moving.
All right, so A tier. We'll move it along. A tier.
Okay.
We're starting off with. Now, bear with me here.
Okay.
Oh,
The
okay.
twins, the Salamanca twins.
Okay.
They have like grills, right? If
Yeah.
I'm remembering correctly. Yeah. Okay.
One of them did, but the other one, his teeth were immaculate. I went back.
Oh, okay.
They got the
Okay.
money. They have the money
got the
for
cartel
dental
money,
surgery
yeah.
and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And right next to that, we have Gail,
Oh wow.
straight laced scientist.
Yeah.
Does everything by the book.
Everything by the
Everything
book.
by the book. So he's A.
Okay.
And then right next to
doing it for the
him, we
cash.
got Saul Goodman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You need that
He's got-
lawyer.
Veneers.
Yeah. You
Mhm.
need that lawyer smile, dude.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's
And
your
then we have
moneymaker.
Oh
That's your bus bench pull.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we have right next to him Hank.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't
I
remember
can see
Hank
that
being
cop.
that good.
Yeah, like
Okay.
has
Yep.
health benefits and like
Government
probably
benefits.
a regimen, right?
Yeah, upper middle class.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Wait for DEA. All right, and then we got Jesse Pinkman. Now, I'm going off of by the end of El Camino, Jesse Pinkman.
I still haven't seen El Camino.
Oh,
looks great.
dude. Okay. Well,
What I'll say is by the end of it, his overall arc, his teeth look great considering everything that's happened.
I would agree. I would agree with you.
I'll put him in A just for that.
Do you think it's because time has passed? Breaking Bad's a big hit. Aaron Paul can afford dental surgery. That surgery that makes your teeth look immaculate.
Yeah.
The one Hannibal Buress got that he said he got as soon as he had money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will agree with you in that, like, at the end of El Camino, Jesse Pinkman's been doing meth since he was like 16, probably. His teeth look fucking amazing.
Well, because Aaron Paul hasn't done meth since he was 16.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm going off for the character and how, despite everything, his teeth are the quality they are.
But that's not the character. That's him.
No, I'm saying.
I feel like I'm going crazy here.
Chris, okay. I'm saying, despite everything his character has gone through, by the end of El Camino, I at least got to put him in A.
Okay.
Given the quality that they're still there.
I can appreciate that. Absolutely.
I don't know.
Chris, because Jesse Pinkman's arc, his entire arc is such a specific thing compared to everyone else, because he is like intentionally given the worst.
Yeah.
And of all the main characters, I'd say, like, in Breaking Bad at least, he's the one who's most regularly using drugs that doesn't die through the course of the show that I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna close it off. A tier. Bear with me here.
Okay.
Gus Fring.
Really? Gustavo is not S tier. Wow. Holy crap. What? Defend that position.
He'll bust up in your door. Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna push you on this. Defend why Gustavo is just not quite top tier. What kept it from,
I immediately put him in S tier, but the only reason I knocked him down, teeth wise, was due to the fact that
he gets blown up and his teeth are all fucked up.
Yeah, his teeth are gone. He is cooked to, by the end, his whole journey, by the end of his whole arc, he is a skeleton. He is well done, crispy.
Oh, fucking hell, dude.
All right, there we go. Anyway, S tier. I can't defend that.
Wait, you had legit reasons? That wasn't your actual reason?
No, let's make that my actual reason. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was gonna be like, that's funny. Like,
yeah.
Oh, they were really good till he got all fucked up and blown up.
Then they blew up.
Yeah. All right, S tier, ready?
S tier.
All right, we got the 3 head honchos, the pantheon of immaculate teeth.
Okay.
The guy who owns the trailer park, where they cook the meth in. And Hank shows up and he's banging on the RV and he knows Jesse Pinkman's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But then the dude's like, where's your search warrant and all this?
Yeah.
I do remember that guy.
That guy.
He didn't make the list.
Fuck.
Vacuum guy. The vacuum cleaner store owner. No. He's like a really important character. Like the guy who disappears people.
Yeah, he is.
He super is. Okay, starting from 1.
Yeah.
For S tier.
Mm-hmm.
The let me see if I get this name right. Lydia Rodarte Quali, the owner of the Madrigal.
Magical
Electromotive. and a secret supplier of meth to Gus Fring's drug empire.
Wait, is she the one? Is she the one who gets spoilers? I guess for a show that's a few years old.
No,
She-
no,
is
it's
she the one-
Breaking Bad. It's been done for a while. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
She's the one who gets poisoned in a coffee shop by Walter White at the very, very end. Is that the woman I'm thinking of? Like she's really well put together, but very heavily involved in the drug business, and she's like, very professionally put together.
What's her name again, Nick? I'm looking it up on the
Lydia.
Lydia.
She's played by Laura Frazier.
Wow, another
her,
Frazier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And again, I think you're right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, this is where it gets interesting because my whole reason she's among the best of teeth, even though she drinks coffee a lot.
Nick, that's one hell of a sentence you just said. I don't know how you're doing this all with like a straight face. Like...
What do you mean? He's
I'm a
doing it.
professional.
He's doing it one-handed.
Yeah, you know what, Nick? Those improv skills coming to light here. The straight man.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Okay,
Anyway.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So
why?
remember, she was the one who asked for the men to be killed in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So during that experience, that's the only time she's ever seen doing any like bad stuff to her teeth, which is the coffee drinking.
Yeah.
Because of the stressful situation.
Sure.
And plus, given how much money she's laundering with Gus, like immediately she has access to like every possible dental premium you
Nick,
can
I have
get.
a question.
Yes.
This thought just crossed my mind with that sentence.
Mm-hmm.
When you rate these teeth,
Mhm.
do you go back and check
Yes.
if they're somehow messing with their teeth in scenes like drinking coffee?
Yes.
He rewatched all of Breaking Bad and made a note of every time someone smoked a cigarette, every time someone did meth, every time someone took a drink of coffee.
Where did you find the time? That's like...
It's a passion. This is a passion project. Two things this man loves is legacy drama and dental care. I think I think it's beautiful.
Nick, I'm losing my fucking mind. I think this is like so fucking funny. Like,
oh, okay. Like, yeah, for everybody who's not involved in the bit we're doing right now, let me just say this is fucking funny, guys. This is like legitimately brilliant.
I'm trying to hold it together, and I'm not. Like, I'm not.
Okay.
Come on, man. We got two more. We got two more.
We got this. We'll talk about Owl House at some fucking point.
Yeah, I'll do two more, and it's gonna be a no-brainer, right?
Okay, for the S tier, right? Okay, so finish. Any finishing thoughts on Lydia?
Yeah.
Again, it's only
I can see it, by the way.
Yeah, it's because she has stupid money because of the Gus Fring laundering.
Yeah.
So because of that, like immediate like access to every possible dental ever premium. And yeah, the only time she's like she drinks coffee towards the end when she's asking for the hit, and that's it. That's the closest thing she's done to damaging her teeth or staining it. That's it.
And we can assume like she upkeeps and has a tight regimen because of her character. She's an uptight business person and like
intensely type A. Doesn't she keep like wipies in her purse in case she has to touch people or something like that? She's like, I think that I recall something to that effect. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not a bad idea. I might do that.
So
because y'all are gross now.
That's true. All right.
For
second on tier S.
All right. Second is the biggest no-brainer ever. Mike.
Yeah.
Hitman Mike is S tier.
Oh yeah.
Immaculate.
I 100% believe that.
Yep. No notes. No notes.
You think that man would let that slip?
No.
Teeth. He would rather let his family slip from his hands than his.
That's a baller statement.
I would. You know? Did you guys? Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. This is a slight derailment, but
Go for it.
did you ever see the film? Oh gosh, it was a Coen Brothers Western movie, and it won a bunch of awards with
Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
the one with the dude in it, the one with Jeff Bridges in it. Shoot, and it was a remake of a. It was a remake of a John Wayne, I think, where he's got like a
I
little
saw it
girl.
in theater. Yeah,
True
I saw
Grit?
it in theaters.
True Grit.
True Grit.
True Grit.
Wait, that's Coen Brothers?
I think so. I think they did it. You can double check me. I thought they did.
Sure. Hang on. I saw the movie in theaters.
Um,
Just so everyone knows.
So when in the movie True Grit, there's a line that I
look at that!
Yeah,
I never fucking knew that.
Yeah, it's a Coen joint. Yeah,
I gotta say, it's a good movie. That might be one of the weaker Coen Brothers movies. Then.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, I think it's their only remake that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Well, wait, it's stronger than Lady Killers, but
okay, yeah.
You remember that? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good. It really is a good Western. Like, people should watch it. But
well acted, I would say.
Oh yeah. It would be lower on the list for me.
And the Coens did this great. They did great writing in this attempt to try and catch how people of the time actually spoke.
Yeah.
But there's like a line Jeff Bridges says where he's turning down a drink of alcohol from somebody, and he says something to the effect of, "I would no sooner invite a thief through my mouth to steal away my thoughts." And I just thought, that's how that hitman feels about sugar in his diet.
Yeah.
I would sooner let a burglar murder my family before I ate a candy bar. Yeah.
Like, he's either like that, or he is someone with a vice, like one vice.
And
right?
It's a crazy
the whole thing,
one.
The only thing binding him together. Like, I could see that kind of character also having a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
And it's just that's what he imbibes in to keep him sane.
Mm-hmm. And then
one weakness, but like, I don't think in any point in Breaking Bad there's a hint of that with Hank.
Yeah,
he's fucking a machine.
Yeah,
for what we see mostly.
He's a cliff against the unbreaking. No, he would be the stone cliff against the unbreaking shore. Is that how the saying goes? Fuck it, whatever.
So wait, does that mean that our protagonist is at the end of this list? That's oh, okay.
Walter White.
Okay.
I get it.
Walter White. Yeah, I think he takes good care of his teeth.
Never
that's
does
fair.
the math. Never does the product.
Nope, not at all. Straight legs.
As you say, he does drink quite a lot of coffee when Gale works.
That's true,
Yeah.
Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Answer that.
Yeah. Hey, how about I found an inconsistency in the Gospels?
Hope someone got fired for that blunder. Anyway, that's my tier list.
I like that tier list. That's pretty good.
All right.
I'm afraid to ask this question, and feel free not to answer unless the story's funny.
Okay.
What was the impotence for this? The impotence. Whatever. Fuck.
Well.
What stirred you?
Yeah, what stirred you to make this?
Well, the boring. Oh, it's not funny, but the.
Oh. Well, then you want to not say it and just keep it a mystery?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it a mystery then.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
You can tell us off.
But now everyone thinks, oh well, it could be any number of things. It's a guessing game, guys. Send in what you think the reason is.
It's a sex thing.
It's a sex thing.
Okay, we gotta get to Owl House. It's like 30 minutes in.
Fuck. Okay.
I thank you for that, Nick. That
was great.
That really that's so far made my day. Like that.
No problem.
No,
all right,
yes.
Ian, you want to take us away with Owl House?
Sure. Hey.
Spoilers for Owl House. This is Owl House spoiler cast. It's everything. We watched everything.
Watch the whole.
I even watched those bonus episodes where the two owls, one voiced by Alex Hirsch, And the other voiced by that one girl from Parks and Rec, the sister of oh my god,
Aubrey Plaza.
no, the two rich kids, son of Henry Wink or daughter and son of Henry Winkler's.
Oh, John Ralphio and his sister Mona Lisa something.
Mona Lisa, yeah, something.
Yes.
And her, I watched those. They only made 7 of them, or something like that.
Is that Owl Pellets, or is that
Yeah,
Look
I think so.
Who's Talking?
Yeah, I think it's Luke Who's Talking.
Okay.
Watch that.
Gosh, guys. So, are we just jumping in with season 3, the last 3 episodes?
Yeah, might as well.
Well, I will say that I really liked it. I was overall pleased. I mean, clearly, like, we can talk about the things that are shortcomings, but I feel like the bigger shortcomings for me that we can talk about when we get into it in the show is all kind of production and economic stuff. It's not necessarily things that I would call writing shortcomings, or it's more of, well,
the
we have to have
there.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I'll just start with the good stuff, and then we can kind of get in deeper. But I think of the 3 episodes, thanks to them, which is episode 1, season 3. I think that's my favorite one of the 3 that they put out. I really liked that episode, where
I'm inclined to agree.
You just have Lucent and all the Hexside kids in the human realm back in New England, and gosh, I think that's the episode where I mourn most for the stories we could have got that were so interesting.
Yeah,
like setups. Interesting setup to have, like, the demon hunter character just be a reoccurring antagonist menacing these children. That would have been super into that. But also, like, the lore that they established throughout season 3 is really interesting.
Yeah, you just don't get to explore it. You just get to see.
Yeah,
you get to see it. You get to see enough info that when you think about it, you're like, yeah, that's how that works. Like,
that all checks out to me.
Yeah, it all works.
Because it's got like a nice cyclical feeling when, say, like, they go on the Halloween ride. You learn that canonically, I guess, Hunter is related to Ida if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah.
Even though neither of them are aware of that fact. That.
Or does no one make that connection? Like.
Yeah, nobody makes that connection out loud. Certainly. Yeah. But the idea that the Clawthorn, there was some witch named Evelyn that let in the humans through the Titan door. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool, man. I don't know. I don't even know where to start. I think the character stuff in that episode was really great, just because.
Yeah. Well, that's the highlight of that episode. I think then the fight, like at the end,
where suddenly they got a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Like,
every episode has that for season 3. Like where the big set piece is going to be highly animated,
and it's beautiful. Let me say that those set pieces. The 2 fights against Belos, holy crap! An amazing animation to see them, like, moving through 3D space, flying, doing the magic. It looks great.
That's one thing that runs true through this show, is that whenever they do combat, it's really well thought out and, like, well choreographed and well animated. That was, like, one of my personal likes, like when the Ida and her sister, I always forget her, Lulu, have their wizard duel or their witches duel. In most media, I tend to find that, like, stuff really boring. Like just the shooting magic spells at each other.
Yeah.
But they make it really dynamic. They still have to like cast the spells and all that and hold their place, but no one's just standing around and going pew 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 like
Yes.
type deal.
Yes.
Like it feels like combat.
It feels messy and hectic
Yeah.
and off the cuff.
Yeah, while each attack still has like startups and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so that is something like really cool about the entire series.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll mention a handful of things. I'm now realizing all the things I want to talk about are like, oh, and then that would have been even cooler fleshed out. But here's
that's gonna be a running theme.
Yeah.
Honestly, well, let's just talk about that as a bigger picture.
Okay.
Thing, like a bigger swath, right?
Yeah.
In that, it would be cool if a lot of things were fleshed out. There's that joke made in the lead up to the final episodes.
Yes.
Where she goes, yeah, we could have gone to the beach. We could have had a lot of adventures, but we have no time. Like,
yeah, we could have done like 20 other cool things, but I guess we don't have time to do that.
It's a show, and I thought about this that I think 5 seasons would have been perfect.
Holy shit! I'm so glad you said that. I feel the same.
6 seasons maybe, but 5 seasons that would have nailed it.
I think that season 3 and 4 would have largely been human realm based.
I actually think towards the later half or season 3, that's when the human stuff happens.
Oh, okay.
And then season 5 is that. Or no, season 4 is that.
And then the final season would be like a kind of an
everything
escalation.
Combining, everything mashing together.
Yeah, like because the final part of Owl House is essentially what if season 1, but the stakes are as high as we can make them.
Yeah,
we are technically still fighting against an authoritarian power that's controlling everyone, but now it's like literally godlike authoritarian power that can know your bad thoughts and control your body, and it's the nightmare escalation of what we saw in season 1.
It's a nightmare like fascist dystopia type thing, like
yeah.
Like seeing like sci-fi and all that,
and so like that made the ending have great stakes, but it also made the ending feel like a natural kind of progression of, okay, season 1 was them fighting against an authoritarian state by like pranking dumb guards who are useless and bad, and now our protagonists have grown up. They have to test their mettle, and now it is a reality bending deity.
Now it's bad. Now the guards aren't even necessary.
Exactly. Because you're really just fighting against one omniscient character.
Yeah.
To a certain degree. Like, he doesn't know everything everywhere all the time, but he apparently knows a lot about most things generally. So King and the Collector, an interesting dynamic.
I warmed up to that. I wasn't too into it when I first, because I'm just not into that kind of character. The Collector is.
Mm-hmm.
That trope is where it's I'm a child with the crazy powers, and that's the scary part. I'm great, like no consequences and all that, right? Which is terrifying, like in its own sense. But I feel like I see it so much. But I think it's done well. It's done well in this bit of it, and I like the lesson he gets towards the end.
I think
because it's as harsh as it's got to be.
Right? Oh, for Bellows, you mean?
No, for the Collector.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I love how Bellows ends, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Yes, I have a lot to say about that as well. But I think that I liked the lessons that we learned and how organic it kind of felt to the whole series of. That's another compliment I would pay the show is the show's tone is consistent, but it's the show's kind of like, gosh, this sounds highfalutin, but its morality also feels consistent. The only
hiccup I would disagree with, right? Like is still, and it's like one of my favorite episodes is finding out where King comes from, that Ness. Love that episode, but I think all is forgiven a little too easily type deal for them gaslighting about his life.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like my only gripe.
We could have had, again, with more space, more time, could have done maybe more than one, maybe 2 or 3 episodes where he has to digest this information.
Because then I think about like the other show, Amphibia, and like how they handled that almost scenario where character's been lying to the main character, and it takes the main character. The point is, it takes her. She doesn't know if she forgives him or not, and she doesn't want to lie to him.
And that took her like 6 episodes. Like that was a long while.
Yeah, it takes a while. Like that's how it actually is. Like they're not owed your forgiveness because they say sorry. They like you get to choose whether you give them that or not.
And they have to earn it.
Yeah, they have to earn it. They have to whatever you think the earning is. Like yeah, like I can go into my whole. I think I did when we talked about Amphibia. Why I like that so like that lesson so much. But yeah, man. Yeah, so back to Owl House. Yeah, the first episode. Any more about that first episode of season 3?
Gosh, that first episode of season. I mean, other than like, and I think I said it when it first came out. Like that episode, I think that really that episode, it really colored kind of my view, just because. And we'll get even more into details again as we unpack more and more. But suffice to say, the short version is, this show just has so much stuff that feels very narrowcast to me. I was like, yeah, I like that. She's Dominican. She's in New England. There's spookies. I love all that stuff, man. That's all cool.
Not but yeah, the joke I made off recording here. I think I figured out what my problem with this show is.
What is that?
My problem is I don't like seeing people happy.
Oh, that's it. You're miserable fool.
Like in general.
There you go. Crack the code.
Okay, that's what it is.
I don't like it when people's lives work out.
Well, that's a low as wow.
See, my thing, my form of friendship, I just sabotage everyone all the time.
Yeah, why? Where's the fucking shit fights in like in relationships? Man, everything just works out, huh? It's all good the first try. Having no prior experience in relationships, both people are just perfect at it.
So yeah, okay, wait. If we're talking about that, I do have thoughts about that, and like
I am slightly joking, but now that I'm saying it more, I'm like, yeah, that's a thing. But it's a kids show. They're trying to show like the,
that's no excuse for a bad show. No.
No, not that part, Nick. But you're trying to show kids how to navigate that.
Yes.
Right? Like how to be good in that kind of scenario.
Okay.
That's my excuse for it. But go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts on the relationship.
Oh, I was actually going to say here's a little hot topic. Here's some news off the presses, gang. And I think it's related. So like the only relationship we really get kind of teeth into is Luce and Amity. Like they're the center relationship, really.
Yeah.
Like
they're the couple.
And then maybe after that, the next relationship of great importance is like Luce's relationship to her mom and Ida, like her mother figure.
I would argue that is way more interesting to me.
I agree. I would agree with you. Like,
yeah.
So
because like for a while, you just like think the mom sent her daughter to like fucking conversion camp,
basically
equivalent.
Yeah.
which is, if anyone, no one knows what like conversion camp is. One, that's crazy. Two, you should look. That shit's fucked. Like,
It's wild that it's so legal, so many places.
it's so fucking dark. Like, yeah. So, but then you think it's that, and then when you get to, and I think I talked about this when we got to her bit, which was it's a fairly, there's a good like lead up into where she's at mentally in making that decision.
And I totally get it. It totally makes sense, and okay.
You're like, I get it, but and then you're like with her when you're like, yeah, it's a mistake.
Like, yes, it's a mistake.
That was the wrong thing to do.
Like when she talks to her daughter about that specific decision, and they go a little bit into the passing of the father in that conversation.
They're all in a real fragile place. The mom's on her own. She wants the best for, and Luz to have a good life, like to be able to navigate the world, because she knows how hard it was for herself.
Yes,
but like you're missing, once the father's gone, the once the mom's like love is gone, right? There's no more anchor to realizing that the thing that kept you going in this world is like the people around you, like, and the people who've accepted you for who you are, versus trying to appease other people, i.e. some dickhead principle. Like,
right.
It's great. It's great. Like, that's like also one of my favorite episodes.
Tell me what you guys think, because I thought it was done beautifully. Like that whole conversation.
It totally turned me around.
We don't need to know. I don't feel like I need to know any more details. I feel like the way that the actor delivered that dialogue, I was like, okay, whatever happened to this woman when she was her daughter's age clearly like troubled her very deeply. It was like not a good time, whatever it was.
And that still haunting. Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great sequence.
And also, like, here's another thing. I've been thinking really hard about it. So I'm like, the Noceda family moved to what is it, Graveside?
Yeah, they're New England equivalent, right? They're Stephen King. Yeah.
Yes.
That or Oregon. That or it's Oregon. Like, but
I think it's supposed to be like around Connecticut.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be New England. Hey, shout out to those three. Speaking of conversion camps, shout out to those 3 kids who made it through conversion camp. The kids with the cards, the tarot cards.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
They made it out same. That's crazy when you find out they went through it. Like, whatever. That part was crazy to me.
Wait, what part are you talking about?
Okay. So so do you know the 3 kids that are in the town? They're like, there's a dude with like a beanie over his eyes, and they're the ones that have the cards, the tarot cards, and to tell them, oh, we got it from that shop.
Yes.
Okay, those 3 kids.
Yeah.
I think it's implied, or they say a line that like they went to that camp.
Oh.
The normal camp.
Oh yeah, that's right. When gosh, remind me the shape-shifting character's name again.
Yeah, I always forget her name too.
Oh yeah.
But she's able to like kind of introduce, actually that's a great thing. She introduces the plot line for Mrs. Noceda about like, oh, she's being weird and still finding her people. She's, this way. I mean, absolutely. And to that end, and we can kind of flesh this out as we go on as well. But one of the big themes I would say for Owl House is like the concept of fandom being a protective space, like the positive conception,
the positive aspect of fandom,
which is cool, which is great.
Which is cool.
Because I think that especially with certain cartoons I won't name, there's so much toxicity and negativity and like just antithesis that to have a show that's like about pointing out, for some people fandom is a kind of a release and an escape to have community. That's huge, for people. So
but again, it depends on the community itself, like people running it. Like,
That's true. You
Hell
could
yeah,
end up in the
you could be a
Emperor's
Star
Company.
Wars fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
And people like want to kill you and like murder you. And then, like, Star Wars is so fucked. Anyway,
was I telling you about the person I had to have a conversation with?
Okay,
Yeah.
Ian, we can't do this because here, not because the story's crazy. It's a good story. But because I just had a long conversation with Nick yesterday while we were like grabbing food about like horrible fandoms and just laying into Star Wars fandoms, right?
Yeah.
Star Wars
Fair.
fandom.
Fair enough.
Which means the reason I want to avoid this right now is because we don't have time to talk about to get it. That's another topic that we can
we'll pick it up later.
Pin it for later.
So what else are you guys kind of thinking with episode 2, wherein we have a big fight at the school at Hexside, and we find out what's been happening with all the classmates and kids in that part of the world, and
so I have some thoughts on 2, but like first I want to make sure Nick says his bit on 1.
Yes.
Nick, do you have anything to say about 1? I noticed you haven't said much since we started.
Well, I felt like I took up most of the time.
No, go for it.
No, dude, that was something separate. Like that was not Owl House. That was fun.
That was your sexual exploration online. That was what we.
That was your Iraqi moment.
Yeah, so I guess my opinions on this kid show following that. I mean, yeah, like you said, there's definitely those gaps of like, oh, there's just no time for these side characters, but it's enough to like get through the main plot, right?
They have a good montage. Like,
I agree.
It's actually a well done montage of like, we're going to give you something. Like we found it. We found the time like to do something.
And that's kind of the worst part of it all is like the meta of, oh, they clearly had a big story to tell.
Yeah,
a much bigger story.
It was a real big story.
A lot of threads.
Yeah.
And like you said, it had the potential to be like, at least personally, I probably would have liked it more than Amphibia, given what they were going for.
I think, like even I'm like, if they had done the full 5, this would have been like a classic, like instant classic.
Yeah, it's and then the first one, everything to do with kind of tying that, and then like tying together. I keep forgetting the kid's name, the former, the guy who the kid who gets the staff. He has the cardinal.
Hunter.
Oh, Hunter.
Yeah, his whole like having his
good arc
character. Yeah, he has a great arc, even in the first episode.
Yeah,
I feel like, but yeah, it definitely nails down this sort of thing of, you're starting to see like the consequences of everything coming together, and ends up in that in of itself becomes a sort of through line for Luce.
Yeah,
but
I want to ask you both. Just this is actually still related to episode 1. Just a thought I had. Like, I'm thinking especially about the scene wherein Luce and Hunter go down into that old abandoned house's basement.
Yeah.
Because Flapjack had been poking around in there and all that. I mean, it's an amazing scene, great tension, but I think that in that scene I started to really feel like, I think that they wanted to set up kind of a sibling dynamic for Luce and Hunter, both. But like, because like technically all the kids have been displaced, and like Miss Nocera is essentially playing mom to everybody, but like Hunter in particular is like his whole thing is being discarded by people.
Yeah, so, having no relationship.
So like this dynamic that you see between him and her throughout the episode, I was like, oh, that would have also been like, this is a beautiful relationship. I would have loved to see develop into like essentially which we got fast forwarded through of Hunter realizing, oh, I do have people who care about me, actually. And actually they already knew the stuff that I thought they would hate me for, and they don't care. Good stuff. Really interesting plot point. What I don't know what you do. Could you see that?
I could see that. Yeah, if they like a more rivals to equals type thing.
Yeah.
Although Hunter, once we get into after that first episode, really takes like a backseat.
Very much so.
Very, very backseat. As opposed to like, I would have liked if he had been like, not necessarily fighting Bellows with Luce, but having a bigger role in that.
Right.
Because then it would have been more cathartic for him, but like.
But it has to be like the three main ones. The ones
it
that
should.
are
It really should. Like that I get. That decision I get. Maybe if it had been a little bit longer, they could have gone that. Yeah, Hunter could have had a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I mean that I feel like we keep hitting that in this show. I wish it was a little bit more.
Oh wait, okay.
And so that's like the running theme.
This was the thing I was going to mention really quick. And again, it's a question of Dana Terry admitting we didn't have time, but we were interested.
Yeah.
So we were talking about relationships and stuff. There was going to be a triangle romance story for him in the human world
for Hunter.
Yeah, that they just did not have time. The Illusionist potentially, and deciding between those two, like, oh, they're both really great people I really like. Maybe I want to date that one.
Wait. So who's the third one? The plant girl. What's her? Oh god.
Yeah, it would be the sporty like the roller derby girl.
Yeah.
And then the other like and then the relationship with the Illusionist building out through sci-fi would have also kind of opened up more to Luce's father and the relationship between him and the mother, because they met.
Oh yeah, we never find out like what the mom's fandom actually was, like her experience.
Star Trek. It was the
no, not that, but I mean like, how deep.
Oh
yeah, like
because
you know how you were like, is she first wave? Is she is she
next gen?
Next gen, or is she like OG? Like
Deep Space Nine.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. Well, you know what? That might work timeline wise.
Actually, probably Deep Space Nine. Like,
you might be right on that. She would like be a teenager.
Yeah.
Damn,
she was super into how.
Oh, good.
Next gen.
She was super into how gritty it was. This guy, you guys, this isn't nice like the old one. It's edgy.
Which is hilarious. Deep Space Nine is like the goofiest. Like,
is it?
Oh yeah. Someone who's been watching it, like, at the very least, my favorite. So I watch Pat, Page, and Plague of Gripe still watch episodes.
Yeah.
And I'll watch whatever they're watching, and there are some gritty episodes that are good. Especially having to do with like just that crazy fascist alien thing colony. Right. Well, like the best episodes are the goofy ones, like in that show.
Okay.
Just all the really hijinks, and you're like, wow, this is some dumb shit. Like,
I could see a teenage like character like that being like she gets.
I probably would have been into Deep Space Nine if like I was watching it at the time, because now I can appreciate it, right? Like.
It's
yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping she was like really old, and she was like 1970s Star Trek, like the first fandom.
Oh, the original.
The people who paved the ways for like cons and stuff.
I mean, yeah, like the first Comic-Con gatherings and all that.
Yeah, that would have been badass. Okay, we got to get on to that second episode.
All right, second episode.
All right, so I think the weakest episode of the season 3.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like,
yeah.
It has a strong beginning. Starts strong.
Mm-hmm.
That's the montage of just how horrible it is, right?
Yes.
And like, you get that Gravity Falls, like,
weird.
At least I did
kind
flashback of like the goofiness and like silly just being this horrific. Like the cartoon violence being horrible, like
yes,
in actuality, like Mm.
Well, the collector just zooming around and basically puppeting the entire town to play a weird little
Play
game.
make believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play pretend and like whatever scenarios he's making up with King. Yeah, and then
foreshadowing for the Titan also right at the very top as well.
yes.
Right.
Yes. And then you get into the school.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, why are we doing the drama in the school for a little bit? Like, it's cool that they all set up their own hierarchy. Like, it's really cool when you find out how everything fleshed out.
Yes.
In there, right? That's a really cool thing of like the resistance and all that. But then it's just the drama of the Grudgeby thing and her turning around immediately. Which I get it because it is funny when it happens because it's like, yeah, she's pathetic, man.
Yeah,
this girl sucks.
No backbone, whatever. Yeah,
no backbone, nothing. No, just waiting for someone to take her away, like type deal. But yeah, and then and that sucks because I like the helper of Velos. What's her name? The other Plague of Gripes character, Nick.
Kikamura.
Yeah, Kikamura.
Yeah,
because I liked her towards the beginning, and then like, yeah, I just kind of, I'm evil. Fucking, I need to start shit.
I just want to fuck shit up, guys. Yeah.
It's a little disappointing.
Yeah,
I'll be real. Again, not badly animated, not the artwork's great and all that, but like, that one's the one that felt the most rushed.
That one, well, I would say that my suspicion, and I agree with you, I think it feels the most rushed. It feels the least cohesive of them.
Yeah. Now that I'm like thinking about it too, like,
I'm gonna say that basically episode 2 was okay, now we're gonna touch on all the B stories that we really wanted to do.
yeah.
We really had our heart set on, and we're gonna do them. Yeah.
Here's how like a testament to that, right? Is that Nick, when we were watching episode 3, Nick was like, "Wait, did we not watch episode 2? I don't remember." And I was like, "We did. I remember watching that with you." And he goes, "Are you sure?" And then I played him like the beginning of that episode, and then you remembered, right, Nick?
Yeah.
That it was a school thing. Yeah, that one's the most bummer.
Okay, I want to say this, and I'm so sorry to the creators, the writers, but same.
Yeah.
I actually had to go back and rewatch episode 2 because I was like, did I skip it? Did I?
A little bit. Because then, like, it feels like the most important parts are the beginning and the end. Like,
yes.
For that, just to find out where you end up for episode 3. And the stuff with what's his name? What's their name? The music person.
Rain.
Yeah.
Rain. You get to see Rain's little ferret palisman. I think is it 2 or 3? You eventually get to see his palisman that turns into a cello. They're
non-binary. Yeah, they turn into a cello and all that. No, it's a violin. It's like a viola or a violin.
Yes,
fiddle. It's all the same.
A strummy time.
Just people will get mad.
It's a viola. You ghoul. Yeah.
Okay, Nick, you're the music man. Whereas viola is just a smaller violin, right? Am I crazy?
I think it's a bigger.
Is it the opposite?
Yeah, it's on the it's on the lower end because it's a bit wider on the bottom.
Oh, it's wider. Got
it. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. Fiddle. What's a fiddle?
Fiddle is higher. Fiddle is like much smaller.
Got it. Okay. I thought a fiddle literally was just a violin. It was just how you played it.
Oh yeah, I always thought that fiddle was just like a colloquial term for a violin. Yeah. Okay.
But it's smaller, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I think fiddle itself is a term for it's just like a little bit smaller.
Okay.
It's also like
more piccoloed.
it's kind of weird because it's technically also a violin, but it's just an informal way of referring to like a smaller violin.
Yeah.
It's just like the cultural context. But that's the boring answer.
Okay.
A viola is
That's the right answer.
it's
So
lower. Yeah.
if it's
Viola
the
is
right
lower.
answer, it's fine.
What's a viola?
Well, viola is just like a wider on the bottom.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, there was always a discussion: viola versus violin versus fiddle. Violas are larger and they have deeper like sound, so a bit
more
lower.
More bass end.
Yeah, not too big, but just a little.
Yeah.
I want no more comments that we don't teach you things. You're learning from someone who studied music.
Ian, that's
God damn it.
Ian, that's adorable that you think people comment.
Yeah, well,
the one comment we got recently was back in our RRR spoiler cast. Shout out to, I forget your name now, your username, but I liked the comment because it was they said where the spoiler cast for RRR started at. I was like, yeah, I should have done that. Thanks for doing it for me, man.
Hey, thanks, man.
I appreciate it. No, like legit. It sounds like I'm joking. Good shit.
Yeah.
Okay, music lesson. Anyway, episode 2.
I don't think I have loads to say.
I don't have much. Man, that sucks, doesn't that? Like,
I still liked the animation. I liked that they changed some of the character designs. Like they've
I dug that. I liked how the character. Oh, isn't that the one with the dude, the henchman who becomes a biker?
Yeah, the little.
Yeah, I like that.
You got a mustache now, man.
Wish he had more adventures. If it was 5 seasons, that dude would have had a whole episode.
Man, if it was 5 seasons, we would have gotten more of the older Blight.
Everyone.
The older Blights. I would have loved to see more of Amity's brother and sister.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait. Episode 2, we also get a bunch of stuff with Amity's mother, who is in with the Collector.
Yes, who's trying to deal because she's just broken.
Power hungry.
Yeah, power hungry, broken. To the point where you're like, what does a dad see? Like,
well, so that's what I wanted to ask you guys, because after the finale, that's probably
no, he's into it.
Oh, maybe, dude. Like,
she's so fucking evil. Jesus Christ! Oh my god.
Just has money. It's like the thing I'm like, maybe I should just be with someone rich, so I can just write.
Yeah. That's.
I don't mind, dude.
Move.
I'm really good at cooking. These guys can attest to that.
Mm-hmm.
I know my room don't look like it, but with everything else, I'm pretty good at cleaning. And like,
I can sire you 5, 6 children. How many children do you want? I can do it. Name a number.
Yeah, okay. That's my selling point. I can sire you. I can sire you heirs to throw. It's that character from World According to Garp.
Oh God,
the one with the pint. I'll never forget that.
It's
scene, no matter how long I live. I'll forget the rest of that book because I haven't read it since high school. But I'll never forget that scene.
Yeah, that's metal.
Crazy.
Did you just fill that whole thing up?
That scene is one of my like high school moments of going, wow, being a woman in this world is hard. Like that was one of the ones. Like,
I had the thought, maybe they don't like this.
You don't like that. Yeah, you ever think, buddy?
Huh.
Because I'm reading that going, wow, dude, all right. Like, that's like one hell of a line.
At some point, you're just apologizing to, even though like you're not at fault, but just like you're just like, I'm sorry you had to put up with this. What the fuck?
Oh man, I'm not even talking about that bit, Nick. I'm talking about the pint. You're right. I'm talking about the part with the pint of onion juice.
Onion juice, yeah. Oh yeah, that was actually the first thing we talked about on the pot. I'm like,
because I couldn't get over it.
I think that was the first episode. Or
shut up. Is that episode 1?
That might be.
Not of this.
You guys, we did it. Full circle. Podcast over.
Wow, we did it. We won.
Oh Christ.
We Seinfelded. That's what we did.
Sure did.
It's over.
Sure did.
Do you guys want to just go into 3, or
Yeah, let's just go into 3.
What do you guys have to say about 2? If there's anything else, please speak your piece.
It's still good. It's like you get a lot of weird, interesting moments with other characters that you're like, man, I really, yeah, just but that feeling of like, man, I wish there was more. It's just gonna keep getting stronger and stronger.
Yes.
Again, we've gone over the whole politics thing with this, specifically in terms of Disney not giving them money.
Yeah.
Or sorry, production, not politics. Although maybe, but like that I can't say anything for sure. We do know production wise. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, from what I've seen, I was keen to say political, but it seems to be just like
the hard facts we know, right?
Yeah.
It's production.
Yeah.
Just money not given.
Yep.
That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Can't have a show without money. Well, you can, but it won't be.
It won't be very good.
It won't be good, or it won't come out in a short time.
It'll just be a recording of 4 voice actors in a room reading a script.
Yeah, reading a script. So I think they had. I'll leave that to my final thoughts about the series, but yeah. So still important to watch, but yeah, there is moments where you're like, yeah, why we gotta know this at this point, at this junction, right? Especially with how dire the first like 10-15 minutes are for everything. Yeah, it's a little weird, but I can kind of get the idea. But episode 3 is better. It's I think that was the first thing I said once we finished it. It was better than episode 2.
Yes.
I think I'm with you, Ian. I like episode 1 the most.
I like episode 1 the most, and
yeah, it's very tight.
Because I was about to say, it did feel, as fast as it felt, it was a complete story.
It was a complete story. It's actually, I felt like it had moments to breathe, even though each line is doing something like very important, as opposed to just being slowed down. But like, yeah, episode 3 is better.
Yes.
Like, my biggest problem is that, yeah, Bellows just kind of falls off, really, like, in this season after the first episode. Like, you have that big fight with him, and then, like, really nothing. He finds out a piece of information from that the collector just blurts out.
Yeah.
And goes through with it. There's no real...
See, and again, we can talk about, intentionality, but
yeah,
for me, I think, right, that the setup for Bellows after the Halloween fight, where he loses, was that he should be, excuse me, he and the collector should be in an almost inversion of their position before. He is barely present in the mortal realm, and the collector now has all the power.
Yeah,
which is like a reversal of how they were before, which is a cool idea, but you don't get loads of it, so
it's not like that for long.
Yeah,
type deal. He does the thing of, well, it starts from 0, so he's got to start getting into the collector's head. But even then, that's not that much. You get that sequence of her experiencing. It's that trope of like, oh, your friends think you suck, leader. Like, you ruin their lives. Fucking Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has this moment too. That's like one of my least favorite parts of that game. And I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my head, but like, it was it's that leader, you ruined it, we followed you, and now it's bad. And then you quickly, and then if you're like watching, you can hear those lines and you're like, oh, they're being controlled somehow. And then Luce realizes, they're being controlled somehow. And then the grip, like, I guess that's all it took to release the grip, I think, right? Like, is that she would never say that, like, that type of thing. Like, yeah, I don't know. So I mean, it's a cool sequence, but it ends fast, and then you get that moment of like, so Bellows has been talking in the king's ear, or the collector's ear. again, thing dropped. He goes fine where he can get the real power, and then he'll eventually turn into the giant kaiju thing.
Yes.
That kind of escalates real quickly.
Yep.
Into transforming to the point where you're like, is he even aware of who he's looking at in that form, in that monster form? Because it looks like just random violence. Like he's just trying to, quote unquote, purify the entirety.
I think at that point, it's not even. I don't know that. My interpretation, I don't think that Belos is like looking for Luce or anybody in particular. He's just like,
he got what he wanted.
I'm tearing this shit up now.
Yeah, it's rampage time, monster time. Which I will say this, really cool design. I like the kind of like sea combination of like fungal and like deep sea, like coral, almost like combination stuff that looks dead.
Yes,
like rot, like taking over. Yeah. It just looks hostile to life. Except that itself is living.
Yeah.
I like that whole bit. That's where you get the arc with you get that really cool sequence with the collector of just showing the memories, like what Owl House actually is.
Yes.
Which again reminds me a lot of the ending to Gravity Falls, but I like Gravity Falls' ending quite a bit more.
Fair enough.
Because I bet that's the whole thing of like it was the entire series. You get to that moment, you get the thing of like this is who Mabel is. She creates these memories with people and brings them together.
Yeah.
Which ends up being the real, like how you actually keep people going. God, isn't Gravity Falls perfect? You got anyway. We'll get back to get back to
kind of a miracle, really.
Gravity Falls is so fucking good. Anyway,
and also
it's one of the few shows I call perfect, like nigh perfect.
Just about, yeah. I'd say.
Yeah. There's only like one issue I have with it, but like you don't get that until the end. But Owl House. Yes, you get that whole thing, and then you get to the lesson collector realizes that things can end.
Yeah.
There's a finite time to these people who aren't you.
Yes.
Whatever the collectors are, we don't actually know.
Gods of some kind, it seems like.
Gods, some fucking creator gods that we don't quite know what they are. Everyone's taller than the collector, so why is the collector a small child?
Because he's the youngest one. He's the newest one.
Yeah, but how young? Like, I mean, you kind of get what I'm saying. Like, how old? What's the age gap?
Hundreds. I would imagine.
Yeah. Billions of years determines whether or not you're tall.
Well, because they said that at least like centuries ago, he knew the Titan that was alive. That was the Boiling Isles.
Yeah. So just in their terms, he's youngest.
Yes.
But in our terms, like he's
millions of probably thousands of.
I'm asking a more like logistical background about these beings, about monsters. What makes a collector old or tall? Like what age? Because they're depicted as way taller than him. They're just leaving him out of things.
Well, I think I would. Here's what I'm thinking.
We can chalk it up to whoever drew those just drew it like.
I think that they're implying that there's been a cycle of death and rebirth in this world. Because the dudes who wear the mask and are like, we have to destroy the Titans. That plotline also infers that like there used to be other ones that were going through a similar process.
Yeah, they say there were a bunch more, and this was the last one.
So that would be my interpretation.
Yeah,
is
King's
that, like,
dad was the last one type deal.
We're kind of going through a big bang, what is it? Clap, whatever.
Yeah,
trying to call it, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where collector makes friends with all these Titans, but they've King's dad makes them finds out who the collectors are and like that they're eventually going to get rid of the Titans because you have to get rid of the one thing that can kill you.
Yes.
Type thing. Which is a really cool concept that would have been really cool to explore.
Mm-hmm.
In another season where you get like the whole whatever that war was But you know,
but we also
Okay.
get to see King's
Okay.
dad wear bad girl coven, so that's fun. That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Can I ask? I want to ask the question: when Luce gets hit by the thing,
Mhm.
did you also like feel like, okay, well, let's just move on to the next scene? She'll be alive in the next scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, because I
Wouldn't
thought
that
like,
be good in episode 2?
what would be like? Oh my
I don't
god!
know what the
Wouldn't that be?
solution to that is, other than you have the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Type deal.
I was like, oh, wouldn't it be brave? Wouldn't it be brave to do a Ned Stark fucking kill off your protagonist?
And it would have
just
been like a lot, because then the scene itself would have been a lot bigger, right? Like,
yes.
in her death.
Yeah.
You get Ida and King going beast mode,
which is tight, and you get
cool.
her in her Titan hybrid form, which is
really cool.
Yeah, I dig it very much.
But yeah, it's a part that you're like, yeah, that kind of sucks that there's no way to add like gravity to that.
Yeah.
Other than if you're a little kid, you just watch your favorite character get murked, and it doesn't matter, like, because you're watching them die.
And you, I'm sure for like a little kid who's not, soaked in media, like that's probably, I'd say,
I'm sorry, Nick, you're trying to say something?
Well, I was gonna say, like, at least the whole collector with King thing, I thought it was kind of cool. Like, you can tell like they were gonna tie it with King's father, because King's father was the one who sealed him wrongfully in the mirror.
Yeah.
That was like the whole thing. So I guess it was like, maybe that's why the collector kept him around. Also,
I hadn't thought of that.
I actually think what would have happened, like, I don't think the collector knows that King is that
directly father,
the son, the direct lineage.
Yeah.
He's just happy there's another Titan because like Titans were his friends.
Yeah.
Type deal. I think if there was more time, it would have been like, then the collector finds out.
Yeah, that's why
who King is related to, and then you get the moment of like, did the collector learn anything? Because this is the test, right?
Forgiveness,
of forgiveness, and like moving on, and knowing that things aren't related always. Like, people are different, or people can be different from what they're.
You can't really choose who you're related to.
Right.
Again, it would have been cool.
Would have been cool. Would have been cool to learn more about King's dad, who has a good design. Figure out what the fuck Hootie is.
He's some kind of parasite.
It's some kind of parasite on the Titan, dude. Like,
that's all you get.
Also, my problem: not enough Hootie in
season 3.
In final season 3.
Yeah.
Though, granted, when he comes back to life, it's pretty great.
From the Cuckoo Clock? Yeah. That's great. That's great, man.
Fucking love Hootie. Hootie, best character. Don't give a shit. Like, fight.
Absolutely.
So we get the moment she becomes super powerful, sort of like in any cartoon where it's the final power, and they're cool powers.
Yeah.
I thought that's what was gonna kill her.
Oh, she took too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
When that light goes out, I didn't think it was just gonna be powers gone.
Right.
I was like, I think they're gonna be like, that was it. That was my time. Then it goes bye. That would have been like, that's ballsy.
That would have been.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I agree. I just agree.
But I think that's not what they wanted, and like, and the fight's really well animated and cool.
Yeah.
Granted, definitely. I don't like it as much as the first one because it's not grounded in like emotions.
Because it's an epic kaiju fight.
It's an epic superpower. They're flashing across things, right?
Yeah.
Type of fight.
I mean, I did love the kind of like the alchemic symbols appearing
that was really
in air. That was dope. Really cool.
And it does lead to a really good actual bittersweet moment of the magic being gone.
Yeah.
So that was like a good bittersweet too, because like you got to be a good witch for that moment.
Yes.
But yeah. I like that whole ending sequence with Bellows. It probably would have been a little bit more impactful if we had more time with him.
Yeah.
In another form, in his regular form. But it's still good. I like the look. I like the "you're so full of shit" type thing.
Oh yeah, like fuck this fool. Like nah. I want to ask both of you guys about this because I haven't given it intensive thought on what my hard opinion is, but I want to get your take. So, a lot of people, a lot of the TM discourse around the villain of Owl House is that like this is one of the first shows that for young people where the villain is like, yeah, no, we're not interested in rehabilitating or correcting him. Fuck that guy. He should be dead, and we would all be happier if he was dead and gone. We don't have to think about him anymore because he is just shit from top to bottom. There's nothing redeeming about it.
And I'm like, someone gets it.
So, and then to compare, and then people can, of course, trying to compare it to other shows wherein the big bad is eventually kind of, if not redeemed, at least given some kind of like, I don't know, like moment of reaching out for correction. Like She-Ra and Steven Universe are the two that I hear most often, but.
I have such big problems. I've and I'm not doing this again, but everyone knows I have big problems with the way She-Ra plays out, like in that.
Yes, because he still is like a dictator who killed billions of people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even Steven Universe, but I'm gonna once I finish Future, then I'll put that full thing. But I have issues right now with it.
Okay.
I think people forgive too easily. No.
Why are we so eager to forget? Well,
why are we eager to forgive war crimes? That's the specific thing that keeps coming up.
I think that's the specific line we have to hold with our kids. Kids, if your mommy and daddy do commit war crimes, don't forgive them.
She-Ra has a character who, in episode 1, is burning down a village for just so they can have more land for the fucking evil forces that be.
And also, in that show, they canonically kidnap teenagers and torture and brainwash them into becoming soldiers as well.
Fucking crazy, dude. Anyway, I like that they curb stomped the mud puddle.
That's my 90s grunge band. Curb stomp the mud puddle.
Curb stomp the mud puddle. Yeah, man, and it's cool. You get the little denouement, which is always fun. Her in college, or I guess going to university, or is it? It's university, right?
Yeah, she's going to Wild Magic University.
Wild Magic University. So it's such like. I just came up with this on the fly. And like, all that fun. The connection being, they can just go whenever they want now.
And that the Nosettos own the house, and
it's crazy. They own 2 houses
in New England. Come on, guys, get
guys.
real.
She's a nurse on that like salary.
Well, I guess they've got magic, like whatever they've got.
Oh yeah, do they have Midas touch? Can they make money?
Oh, the Nosettos, they're billionaires now.
They could. The money's endless. Money's not a problem anymore.
Yeah. I really loved that kind of closing montage that we got where we just check in on basically everybody. Really, everybody gets
with a real good use of the credits track.
I would agree. So, what did you guys think about that kind of introduction of Luz getting her quinces at 18 because Like they build up like, oh yeah, you've spent, it's been 2 years reconstructing everything that was destroyed in that fight.
I like that. I thought that's cool. Because we have that thing. We actually have had that with my fam. Well, never at 18. It's always like, do you want a quince or a sweet 16? You want to combine it? Some people have it later, type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So no, that was believable to me.
I would agree. Yeah. That held true to me.
Yeah. I'm just glad Hootie's alive. Really, that's like my only.
He's the treasure. He's our precious boy.
Our precious child. No, and then King also being just taller, slightly taller.
and creating new glyphs for magic.
Yeah.
His
that
own
was really cool.
That was tight. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do we want to talk about any last thoughts about the ending, and then just wide swaths to take us out?
I didn't. I would just say I personally kind of liked how direct they ended up making the ending of being.
Oh, listen, Justin Platt. Sorry, I didn't see that earlier.
Oh no worries.
Yeah.
I
had the wrong window open.
Hey. Just having an ending that was like very. It's weird. I want to compare it to Sense8's ending, in that it is.
Seen Sense8.
It's an ending that very directly says, "Hey, dudes, this is for all of you who really gave a shit and wanted a little bit more of this. Thanks." Yeah. But also like that ties thematically into. This is about fandom. It's about creating a healthy community around where you all like the same
chosen family.
Yeah.
And like all that.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say. I kind of liked that closing shot a lot. I thought that I agree with what you said. I thought the use of the music was brilliant, and holy crap, like season 3 we got like 4 redesigns for the main 5 characters.
It's crazy.
It's bananas.
It's go ahead.
We get we get all of them basically 3 years older, and I dug it. I really liked the changes that they made.
Season 3 is, and this is our transition to like the wider swath. Season 3 is a testament to like them doing with the best that they could with what they were given. Like for even like episode 2, which we have problems with, it gets it all done. You see it all there, and like the only thing in your mind is that like I wish there was more, which is quite honestly one of the best things you can have about any show, or like any piece of entertainment. You always want to leave the audience wanting more. I mean, the best thing, of course, is to have them fully satisfied, done, it's closed. That doesn't get to happen a lot.
Not often.
That's it's a miracle. Like essentially when it happens, and there's a reason you remember those happening.
Yeah, I mean, like again, just to kind of harken to the other shows that we've mentioned here, like Gravity Falls is very rare in the sense that it was something that was shorter and planned that way, and kind of it has that feeling of completion. Like
again, like my perfect show to me, but like
yes. And like I would just to say that like as much as I love Steven Universe and I love it, it's a really good show. Like once you get to season 6 and then the future, like you very obviously suddenly feel this abrupt like there was something that happened and we had to make a bunch of creative decisions because of other things going on. And I try not to hold that kind of thing against a show. Because it's not their fault.
No, because it's not their fault. Like they're doing the best they can.
You've got to judge the show on its merits for whatever it was, the way that it can, however they managed to make it come. That is how I'm trying to think about it.
And granted, that's really tough because that means you actually do work and find out why things are a certain way, and that's not. That's already asking a lot from an audience. Like, to get an audience to even watch something is crazy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and overall, great show, good messages. Except for the one episode I have a problem with, but the good characters. Just kind of like, yeah, then some characters get leave by the wayside because we did it. We gave them an episode, and
Yeah.
like we don't have time to give them multiple type deal.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Except for the main character, but like, of course. And then
You have to. You have to.
yeah,
cater to
like I
the
wish there
main
was way more with Ida because I love Ida. Like,
Yeah.
she's so fun. Like, what a fun. Her and King are like such fun characters.
I would have honestly loved even more stuff with Ida and Ms. Nocera, like her
Yeah.
two mothers.
Oh, I would have
being
loved that.
You know? Yeah.
They don't get to meet really, right?
Kind of, but I don't think they have dialogue that I remember.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Nick, any more? Because I'm just gonna end with this whole thing with the question of what was our favorite episode, like type.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like Ian's point about like the sort of retrospect of like series where you can tell you can kind of see the exact moment if you binge it when they weren't sure to get another one. Steven Universe being the most biggest example of that.
Yeah.
So for Owl House, I mean, yeah, just literally the best they could do with what they were given.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it would have been cool to just explore all this stuff, but yeah, no time.
Before you ask your last question, Chris, I want to ask you both this. Like, so reflecting on the show itself, like, how do you think it stands as a product now? Now it's done. It's there.
It's still good.
Yeah, it's still good.
It's still like a higher tier cartoon.
Yeah.
Like there's never a complaint about the art and animation, the character dynamics, like other than we want more.
The acting is fucking phenomenal. Let's say again. We've said it before, but we'll say it again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Again, the worst problem this show has is you want more.
Yeah.
And that's a good problem to have. I would recommend this cartoon to anyone.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it's a real good, great watch all the way through. Yeah, it's just that caveat of like, then they were given the axe like halfway through season 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to remember that, which is fucking crazy. Like, I look forward to whatever they make next. Whatever Dan Terrace has gone on record saying like she still feels like super privileged to have made this weird thing. Because it's a pretty ballsy show, like cartoon for especially nowadays.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Here's one other thought. Sorry, just as they're trickling in just before we close. One other thing is, I think it's one of the first shows that I can think of where they had like a plot line about a protagonist who's bilingual, and like that was a part of her character. I also really like that, just as a throw in.
Forget about Dora the Explorer.
Darn it. Dora and her cousin Diego, I guess. Okay, third show.
I feel you, Ian. Don't worry. Only can be one. I feel you.
Oh, damn it.
They don't count.
They don't.
You mean children's show too, right? Like
what show?
Children's show.
Animated. I guess animated children's show.
I guess animated. Because I was gonna say the Brothers Garcia.
Shoot. Oh yeah, not the Brothers.
There's a bunch of new stuff.
Nihao Kai Lan.
Yeah.
Is little Caillou? Is that?
No, Caillou's the milk on toast.
Shaolin Showdown.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, hey.
Yeah. Eartha Kitt was on that show, guys. Anyway, back to So what was your question, Chris, that you wanted to
I was going to end it with both like what's a side character? Like, and I don't even mean out of the main cast, right? Cuz we talked about like the main cast of who we would want.
Yes.
To explore more, which is pretty much all of them, which is good. That's a testament to their characters. Like random side character that you want more adventures with and all that. And then favorite episodes to close it off. Good memories, you know.
Good reflections. Do you want to go first, Nick? Well, I stew, or
I have some answers for the characters if you guys want me to go first.
Go first.
Yeah, please.
Okay, I want the nose creature, whatever her name is, the one with the fucking weird monster.
They did name her.
They gave her a name. Yeah. The fuck is it? The nose thing. That and the monster kid that just has the giant teeth for a face.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The nose characters, Tanella.
Yeah,
the tiny nose.
What? Wait.
Tanella Noza, and then also known as Tiny Nose.
Tanella Noza. That's good.
Tanella Noza. Yeah.
I just typed in Owl House Nose, and it was like the first thing that
everyone knows, Chris. Everyone knows.
Fucking loves that character.
They did two of those, because I swear that Luce also has a second episode where they're like, oh, so they've got a name now?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
They just called them Tiny Nose for a while.
Baby legs.
Baby legs.
Baby legs of land.
You and regular legs are gonna have to. He's just called regular legs. Anyway. A side character that I think would be really fun to explore.
Yeah.
I have a top 3 tie. I'd go for the Blight twins. I think
that's a good one. Yeah.
Interesting characters. I'd like to see more, because they were also had great chemistry with Ida.
Yeah.
At the what was it, summer fight or something like that?
Yeah.
I
actually find there this weird parallel to like the Weasley twins.
Oh, okay.
Harry Potter, like just the rebels, born in an uptight, trapped in an uptight thing, which was the school. Now their family was pretty easygoing.
Yeah.
But that type deal. Yeah, I like the twins a lot.
The twins or the little troublemaker who got a mustache in season 3. I forget his name, but
yeah. You know what? He comes around and it's great.
Yeah.
I wish there was more on the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's a great character, and I think he probably could have joined in more Hexside school fun storyline. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the weirdos who are in the wall of the school and can't conform to a single house or whatever. I like them.
Oh yeah,
because I mean they were doing it with they were rebelling without any guidance or before even Luce showed up.
Yeah,
so like that, you gotta respect the people who were first doing it. You know. Would have liked the inner rebel, more of the who are considered the heads of each branch of magic. Just so you can get that what does mastery look like in this world, right? When you're considered the best. Would have liked a little bit more of that. But yeah, that's and then any more all Hootie's golden, so
yes.
More. He's Hootie's become up there with Abe Simpson for me. Every time they're on screen, it's gold. It's one of the funniest lines you've heard, in the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Any other characters?
Hootie.
Yeah, Hootie. Just Hootie.
I want more Hootie.
All Hootie all the time.
Yeah.
Just the Hootie show, please.
Just Hootie yelling at you for for 5 minutes.
Weeping and screaming.
Yeah. Wild emotional swings.
Maybe Albert. Who knows?
Albert. That's pretty good. More with the Titans because I'm I'm a monster guy. Give me my monster story.
You want more of the dad, huh?
More of all of them. I wanted to know what that whole war thing was.
Yeah. No time.
Okay, so favorite episodes. So I kind of hinted at the one with finding out King in that nest is I think a great episode. It almost plays off like a horror episode the first half before getting into a really good emotional character moment with King. Yeah. That's really well acted. And is very impactful because King is like this comedic relief of the group for like the entirety, for as long as you know him up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
And to see him break is like genuinely like upsetting, like
crushing. Yeah,
because it's like it's that moment of, oh yeah, you're this character who's just been all fun is has emotions and feelings and is well rounded. Like,
yeah.
That's a good episode. What was the other one I named, man? That was like that I dug. Fuck, I forget. But like one of my favorite ones, and it's again a testament to them doing a lot with very little time, is the episode where it's all Hootie and he's helping out all three of the people in Owl House.
Yeah.
With that crazy tea. Love that episode.
Yes. That's a great
Some of the funniest bits too, and like with weird. I like Ida's storyline in that.
Mm-hmm.
The metaphor, the symbolism with the owl is like really cool and interesting to me.
Yeah.
Of just this thing that's going to be tied to you forever, and you have to accept that part of it and like try to figure it out. And especially to learn at that old of an age.
Well, and then like in retrospect, this is what I'm somewhat taking some of this from what Terry said after the fact, like but like Ida's owl thing, it was going to more explicitly parallel Luz's dad getting cancer and having like this thing that's kind of treatable and they're kind of managing, but it keeps flaring up in really upsetting, unpredicted ways. Which, damn, in retrospect, I think it makes some of those early episodes even stronger to understand like Luz's interaction and reaction to that situation to a degree. Like I was like, oh, okay, this is strengthening the show, if anything.
So I love that episode. Like that's a great one. Guys, remember that episode where they deal with that thing that steals like magic and souls? It's like a teacher.
Yes.
Because there's a real funny joke in like the end of season 2 where it shows up again for a fight. And then they go, oh yeah, we fought one of those things. That was crazy. Why didn't that come back? Because it's a crazy powerful monster in this world. Like,
that would probably be
concept
helpful.
Wise.
Yes and yes.
But yeah, what's some of your guys' favorite episodes?
What do you think, Nick?
I mean, the Hootie one, is up there.
It's up there. It's really good.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
That was the episode I think they can pull this off with the time that they're given, because it's really well, like, just well utilized.
Yeah, I thought everything to do with I keep getting the kid's name. The one that has the illusion spells.
Yeah,
this whole thing was actually really cool.
Yeah,
that was a cool arc.
I know. I wish there was more things done with the illusion spells, because it's the most, like, you can have the most interesting confrontations with that.
Yes.
Because you have to think. You have to really think about that, like how things are going to work and how people work. With it, especially in a world where people can blast magic that can like kill you and like.
Yes.
Yes. The flashback episode with Ida and her sister.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
I like that. And then I'm like, when fucking the bard magician, I always forget their name.
Rain.
It's like, yeah, Rain, I get it. I'd be into it too. If I was and then I'm like, Ida, you're too good. I just feel like everyone can do better than what they end up. Except maybe Hunter. Hunter's gonna be with like it's kind of implied that they're
a couple with
Willow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Especially at the end.
Yes, very much so.
Which implies Hunter needs a strong Oh no, because I don't know why I thought he was an Amity for a second. I was comparing it to the Amity mom. Like strong woman over character.
No, just a woman with knee pads. That's it.
With
That's
knee
just a
pads.
woman.
That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Oi, yeah. I'm sorry, Nick. What was the other good episode you like?
No, I mean that's ones I can think about at the moment. I'm sure there's more.
Ian.
I'd say one of my favorites is where Luce and Hunter go into the memories of Bellos.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I just love that
Real
one.
good
It was
real good one.
It was good stakes, and it was good to see like them give him kind of more character stuff to do, and his fleshing out his background. So
absolutely, yeah. Oh, Our House is good.
It sure is.
It's a good show.
Amphibia's better.
There you go.
There's my hot take.
Okay.
It is.
Amphibia made me cry at the end because I knew where those people were at in their life.
There you go.
You know what didn't help? I've worked at that aquarium that the main character works at the end.
Okay.
I know exactly where that rain frog exhibit's at.
Oh, me too. Same. I'll take my hot take, which is I agree that Amphibia is technically a better show. I like this one more though.
Oh
Sorry.
no. Our House is still good. I don't know which one I like more. I think I like Amphibia. Amphibia, and it's one of those things of like it comes down to taste. I think Owl House plays to your taste a lot more. And I think
absolutely.
Amphibia plays to mine.
Absolutely. I can absolutely acknowledge the ways that like Amphibia I think is technically stronger structurally. But again,
also it's given a bigger chance.
That it goes back to all the stuff we were talking about. Exactly. Like the issues of just circumstance. But if it comes down to like taste, just love that thing.
I think I laughed when it comes to comedy. I think Amphibia had me laughing more, like consistently. But I think Owl House, when it has a really good joke, like something you're like, that's probably an Alex Hirsch joke, or like you can kind of see it in other shows where it's the messed up humor. It's not necessarily Alex Hirsch, I don't know that, but like it's like, man, those jokes fucking hit. It's again, Hootie's the best character. Like
it's the ones on Owl House. They're Alex Hirsch ones that you can tell are similar between that show and also Inside Job. Like, oh, that's an Alex Hirsch.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Just the worst. It's just an awful thing you're watching. You're like, I don't know how you got away with that.
Why is it so whimsical? Why have you made something so upsetting?
And then I say that, and Alex Hirsch has those videos of him reading rejection letters he had gotten from, or like letters from Disney that tells him to fix scenes, and him going nuts.
Standard in practice. Yeah.
Standard. My favorite is the cops, where it's like, please make it so the cops aren't that friendly with each other. And then Alex Hirsch just wrote back in and goes, I don't know what you mean. They're just best friends. And then leaves it like that. And then he follows that up with, I got no further response after that.
But then to have of course, I think the last episode to have the meta reference of it's canon.
It's all canon.
Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff.
Great. So Owl House is great. Great show.
Owl House is great.
Look forward to whatever they make next. We're coming to a point, like, I don't know what other cartoons are going to be airing that are really good. Like,
the market.
Craig of the Creek is technically done. They wrote the last episode. I don't know if it's aired yet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Have you guys watched that?
Some of it. I've not gone through in chronological. I've just kind of jumped around. I do like it very much.
It's actually, I think it's out of the three, it's the funniest show.
What about Cocomelon?
What about Cocomelon?
Is it up there? Is it?
I guess Bluey. Nick keeps trying to get me to watch Bluey.
Yeah, for some reason TikTok wants me to watch Bluey as well. I don't know why.
The opening's in a polyrhythm.
I don't fucking care, dude. Yeah. Why do you keep? Why? You know what, Nick? That's how we're gonna play out. It's try to convince us to watch Bluey in the next 10 seconds it takes for me to get my mouse over to the outro.
All right, ready, set, Bluey.
Okay, so Bluey, there's one episode where one of the characters gets really sad. It's actually really relatable because there's a great.
Because what, you get sad?
Because I get sad sometimes, and I saw that dog get sad. I'm like, oh my god, this dog's having human emotions. I'm a human. But I'm not a dog, so I can't relate to his dog needs. But
I don't know why that's so funny to me. This show's relatable because they're sad and I get sad. So that's adorable, episode, Nick. That's
the episode someone tried to sell me the show, like to watch Bluey, was, oh yeah, there's an episode where his aunt is infertile and they have to deal with the trouble of that.
Yeah, some wild stuff.
She's barren.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus
and
Christ.
So like the episode is...
Does Bluey show up and go, Auntie, why are you barren?
It's like Bluey and her sister are like, oh, Auntie, you're so lovely to us. Why haven't you got kids? Oh, I can't, Bluey. I can't
There's
have kids.
A banned episode of Bluey.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a banned episode where apparently well, it's not for anything serious, or it's just like they had an episode where they get the bathroom floor slippery and they slide around, and they're worried that kids watching it were gonna like
hurt themselves.
Oh, it's like that episode of Peppa Pig where like
they meet the queen and they gotta
no Peppa Pig's like, no, that's in the game. Peppa Pig is like, yo, spiders are our friends.
I'm scared of them. Yeah,
and then don't be scared. And then everyone in Australia was like, are you fucking crazy? We can't show that to kids.
Yeah,
spiders will kill them. Like if they're
in Australia they have feet. In Australia they have feet. They need socks and shoes.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what else is out there airing that's as good. Craig, I was just telling a friend of mine, Craig of the Creek has this great episode where this is going on way too long. The last thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Craig of the Creek has a great episode, right? Where they meet these three kids, these three like toddlers, and the toddlers are all tattletales. They rat on each other the second anything happens, and the thing of that episode is they have to get them to stop tattletaling because they just can't have a conversation with these children, and they can't get the information they're trying to get off on it. Whatever. So they do like a school. So Craig does like a schoolhouse rock style thing, where it's like, this is a thing my uncle taught me, which is, hey, if it doesn't affect you, mind your business. And the whole song is just called Mind Your Business.
Mind your business.
And I'm like, yeah, kids need to learn that. You need to like
leave me the fuck alone.
If it's not hurting anyone, it doesn't involve, mind your business. That's what.
Yeah, that's right. That's the good.
And they do end with the caveat, unless it's hurting someone and it's an emergency.
Right. Which is different.
Which is very different.
But
other than that, mind your business.
Tommy having some extra chocolate before lunch? Why don't you mind your fucking business?
Why'd you mind your
I'm reading my comics. Leave me alone, bullies.
All right, that's out. That's out.
All right.
Goodbye, everyone. Owl House is great. If you listened to this whole thing and you still haven't watched it, go watch it. That's crazy.
Watch.
It's really good. We had an Mpreg episode.
God damn it.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah, your first plan should be getting by us.
No, you call yourselves bladers.
I think that's the closer. I think that's strong.
About bay blading. There is a tremendous power hidden within bays.
The episode's called
Since ancient times, the existence of bays can be found in
where they teach Bluey the
throughout
miracle of
history.
life. So what they do is that the dad pretends he's pregnant.
The power of Beyblades have been used to change the course of rivers and oceans.
The dad's shirt.
They have been used to defeat many armies and create huge empires.
You wouldn't be so tough without that helmet, little brother.
You're on, Proto Man.
Plasma power!
Missed me again, number one, son.
But I won't miss this time.
Oh no! He's gonna blast President Lincoln!
Ha! I knew you'd risk yourself yourself for Mr. Lincoln.
Simpson scandal update. Homer sleeps nude in an oxygen tent, which he believes gives him sexual powers.
Hey, that's a half-truth.
Shara, will you grant me one more wish? I wish for a mountain of handkerchiefs. Now, just let yourself cry, as much as you need to. You'll have plenty of handkerchiefs to help you through it.
Well, sir, treason season started early this year as a nuclear sub was hijacked by local man Homer Simpson.
Oh my God! I told him that photo would come back to haunt him.
Could Homer Simpson be a communist? His father spoke out on his behalf.
My Homer is not a communist. He may be a liar, a pig, an idiot, a communist, but he is not a porn star.
Hero call! This trap card lets me pick a monster and put him on the top of my deck. And I choose this. Elemental Hero, Neos. Not so fast. Thanks to my state select spell, he won't be there for long. Because now I get to shuffle your deck. So how do you like this? Bada bing! I'll shuffle these boys real good.
でも先輩結構みんなに優しいじゃん。なんか声かけてくれたりとか。でも香水もらったらなんかこんなんくれるって。嘘好きすぎ合うのすっごい恥ずかしい。うわ明日バイトなんだけど。いつでもそこに。マジで
Iris.
Sarah.
Hang in there, Iris.
Please, stay away from Replophos. Let's live together. In a world where only Reploids exist.
Iris, there's no world just for Reploid. It's only a fantasy.
Yes, I know, but I wanted to believe it. I wanted to live in a world where only Reploids exist with you.
Iris! 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 Ah! No, this isn't happening! There's no reason for me to go on. What am I fighting for?
Now it's time for the Pizza Head Show.
Hey, everybody! I'm done trick-or-treating, and now I'm gonna go for a stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Hut. Yay!
Not yet, Pizza Head. There's one more place to go.
I don't think anyone's home.
Sure there is.
Hello, trick-or-treat! Interesting hieroglyphics on this pizza.
Quick, Pizza Head, let's go upstairs.
Hey, who is here anyway?
It's your host, Count Steve.
Oh, nice place. You gotta... I wanna go to Pizza Hut now!
The Count will be happy to give you a lift.
Hey, put me down! Put me down!
See you next time.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called the forest. But every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
Will you hold it down out there? You guys are always fighting!
Enid Clinton, we've got business with your husband. What? John? Hal Jordan, another time shift. I'm up to speed. Carry on. No booby traps.
At least none that my ring can detect.
Make up your mind, would you?
뭐냐?
Have you noticed any change in Bart?
New glasses?
No, he looks like something might be disturbing him.
Probably misses his old glasses.
I guess we could get more involved in Bart's activities, but then I'd be afraid of smothering him.
Yeah, and then we'd get the chair.
That's not what I meant.
It was, Marge, admit it.
What's so special about Splinter?
Yo, dude, it's like Splinter's our dad, you know? I mean, what's so special about your dad?
Pepsi for TV game.
Mmm, 64 slices of American cheese. 64. 63. 2. 1.
Have you been up all night eating cheese?
I think I'm blind.
Good day to you.
My mother risked her life for me, and now you too. I should have saved you. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
You
chase you to the ends of the earth!
I defeated you once, and I shall do it again!
No, Magneto. I let you win before, in order to learn your plan, to trap you. But now the victory belongs to the Fantastic Four.
Fool! Have you forgotten my invincible magnetic power? No mere weapon can stop me. With but a gesture, I can destroy it, or turn it against you. Behold! I'll make it leap from your hand, and make you its target. Now!
Not this time, Magneto. This time I'm fighting for real.
It's impossible! It cannot be! Nothing can defy my magnetic power!
The Fantastic Four can. You're finished, Magneto. Surrender. You have no other choice.
Why? Why will the gun not obey me? My power is gone. I'm helpless. Magnetism. It was my greatest weapon.
Okay, Richards. We'll take care of him now.
First tell me, how did you do it? How did you take away my power?
I didn't, Magneto. I merely tricked you.
You lie. I couldn't control your gun. You made me lose my magnetism.
You're wrong. I just guessed that you'd overlook one simple thing. Your magnetic power only works on metal, like all magnets. But my gun isn't real. I made it out of wood, specially to fool you.
Wood? A wooden gun?
That's why your power didn't work. And it's why you're a prisoner of the police now. Take him away, man.
A wooden gun. He tricked me with a wooden gun.
We can't bust heads like we used to, but we have our ways.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got it.
One trick is to tell them stories that don't go anywhere. Like the time I caught the ferry over to Shelbyville. I needed a new heel for my shoe. So I decided to go to Morganville, which is what they called Shelbyville in those days. So I tied an onion to my belt, which was the style at the time. Now, to take the ferry cost a nickel, and in those days, nickels had pictures of bumblebees on them. Give me 5 B's for a quarter, you'd say. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. The important thing was that I had an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. They didn't have white onions because of the war. The only thing you could get was those big yellow ones.